Well, time for Antarctica.
It's cold, Basil. It's cold. Antarctica, go first. It's a snowstorm. Antarctica. Ice scientists are penguins. Antarctica, they're opening the abyss.
Yeah, we're opening the abyss, Cody. Cody's
Timeout.com. Timeout.com, Cody. We're almost done. Quote. This is not a quote. It's a headline. The headline: a new longitudinal cruise travels from the Great Lakes to Antarctica with 33 stops in 9 countries. Again, folks, as Antarctica becomes the most important place on the Earth, not just geopolitically, but also ideologically, the Great White Desert will be the utopic home of all the social justice warriors. And now, yes, if you have tens of thousands of dollars in expendable income in this time of financial insecurity and inflation, you too can go on a cruise that has 33 stops and join the secret
9 countries,
club.
by the way, too. You got the Council of 9.
A lot of countries.
This is written by Scott Snowden, the author of this article.
Okay, all right. A brand new route from Viking Cruises offers passengers the incredible opportunity to travel from Antarctica all the way. Oh, it starts in Antarctica? What? All the way up to the west coast of South America through the Panama Canal and continue northward up the east coast of the continental U.S., eventually making its way to the Great Lakes. The cruise company, which marks its 25th anniversary this year, is calling it the Longitudinal World Cruise. In essence, traveling north to south or vice versa. 2 cruises are currently planned. The first sailing Longitudinal World Cruise 1 will depart on March 2nd, 2023. And conclude on May 5th, 2023. During the 65-day trip, so close, aboard the Viking Octanus. 29 ports will be visited across 9 countries on 3 continents. The trip begins in Buenos Aires, where guests will have the opportunity to explore the Argentine capital city.
So it is again.
So we got Argentina. City. Yeah, we got. That's not the gateway city, but it is gateway country. Yeah. Let's see here. Then, okay, so you start in Argentina, then you go to Antarctica, but this is just the beginning, it says. Only after a stopover at the southernmost continent can the journey northward begin, round Cape Horn, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, etc., etc., then all the way up to Nova Scotia and Quebec before making its way to the St. Lawrence River in Ontario. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, indeed, for the price of a deposit on an apartment, you can relax in the Nordic balcony stateroom, which has 250 square feet of living space. Holy smokes, 250 square feet, so much room for activities, Gons. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a king-size bed, and a private bath. Alternatively, for $139,000, actually more, basically
$140,000, yeah.
$140,000, or the price of a deposit on a house. A deposit on a house. Not sure this guy knows how any of this works. You could enjoy the owner's suite, which has 1,238 square feet.
That's the size of my current apartment.
It has the size of an apartment for sure. A private garden lounge area, separate dining area, a library, wine, music collections, and more. You might think that is a tad on the pricey side, but when Time Out called to check availability, there were no places left. But fear not, there's a second trip planned for September 12th, 2023. The Longitudinal World Cruise 2 sails north to south this time aboard the identical sister ship, the Viking Polaris. This journey is a little longer, lasting 71 days, and once again visiting 33 ports across 9 countries and 3 continents. Both ships offer a maximum of 378 guests. That's a fairly small boat. So this will be will very much be a personalized experience. Good thing, since you'll be spending 3 months with these people, enjoying a once-in-a-lifetime trip all together. Yiker doodles, 3.5 months on a cruise, huh? What is the deposit on an apartment?
The last time I had to do anything like that, it was a couple grand.
Yeah, for a deposit?
Yeah.
Like, that's like first and last month's rent, maybe, altogether, plus a safety deposit, a couple grand.
I do live in California, so, I mean, even 2014, 2015, I think we did put down at least $1,000.
Because that is extremely inexpensive. $2,000 for a 3-month cruise is outrageously affordable. So either this person doesn't know how much it costs to put a down payment on an apartment, or hey, you can sleep down in the galley and go on this crazy cruise.
The minimum here is $45,000 per person, it says.
Oh, where are you seeing that?
Right above that little map.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. Unquestionably, the cruise of a lifetime for just a minimum of $45,000. Ooh, okay. So they mean purchasing an apartment.
Yeah,
getting like a condo rather.
Right.
Okay. Well, there you go. You got the 33 signaled in there. You've got the Antarctic stopover, which is very important. And I'm getting a read on this that it is very much like a Western Hemisphere unification. Mm-hmm. You get 33 ports from north to south. A lot of these stops are in Canada, by the way.
There's a lot in South America, too. I mean,
yeah. I mean, but you get all of South America. You got Ushuaia, you got Puntas Arenas, you got
10,
Porto Castro.
And 10 stops, it looks like.
There's like 10 stops. There's 10 stops just in Canada.
Yeah.
So hope you like Canada, folks. Canada, great place.
No guns, though.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Again, connecting Antarctica to really the elite luxury leisure experience. Remember, you've got luxury accommodations available. For a place like Antarctica that is really trying to establish itself as like the new, it's almost like the new world, much how like America was the new world in its early days.
It's kind of like the second attempt at Atlantis.
You think about, I think you're right. That's exactly right.
Because they tried it with the U.S., the new Atlantis.
America was supposed to be the new Atlantis. Yeah. What were the opportunities? It was resources. Mm-hmm. It was, the fact
land.
That it was so big. Mm-hmm. Land. Yes. The territory was enormous. And, it was a place for
new government.
Rich. Yeah, a new way to imagine governance in the world. And that's the exact thing that's happening with Antarctica. And it starts with sort of this, you got to be an incredibly rich person to take any of these vacations.
This must be signaling to the Freemasons out there with deep pockets. The boomers that have got a lot of cash.
You got to do it. You got to have the money
to do it, man. The 33 stops.
Same with the settling of the U.S. Remember, it was, this was happening over hundreds of years by full-on governments.
Right.
Who could pay for a boat to go from Europe to the New World? It was all either privately funded by rich people or governments who were doing it for resource reasons. And we see the same thing happening with Antarctica, with the exception of these luxury accommodations. I think it's just another step in that whole process. Antarctica, fully getting set up as the new Atlantis for whatever the new version of the world looks like.
I'm almost thinking that the whole one world thing can't happen until Antarctica sort of declares itself to be some kind of sovereign
something before it, and it has to be something besides science. They have the scientific treaty, but that's not enough. You got like a couple hundred people living there. That's not a settled land.
Right.
There'll have to be, and hey, with with the alleged climate change, it's going to be a nice balmy 72 degrees down there in Antarctica pretty soon.
That's true. Yeah, the pole shift, right? Some people are saying.
Yeah, get a nice little pole shift in there, get some more fossil fuels flaring up. Oh, remember, because there was that Australian, weird little Australian government project where they were sending down a bunch of people and equipment to clean up a fossil fuel spill.
Yeah.
Which was really suspicious. Like it's kind of obviously like, wait, so you're doing something else, right? Because you're not spending millions of dollars to go, clean up a tank of gas that spilled from one of your snowmobiles.
Right. That's what they tell the public.
Right.
Pay attention to the movies. There's a public story, and then they're actually going down there to retrieve. I don't know.
The Evercube.
Hitler's
personal UFO.
Yeah.
And with Argentina claiming their sovereignty through their all-female media presence there. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on, man. There you go. Keep an eye on it, folks. Antarctica, the new world.
Yep.